Sweet. Let's do it. Do you want a seg? Juicy. Welcome to 15 Questions, presented by DMR. I'm Alfie, and let's get on to it. What now? You are going to cut it all so it's funny, right?
Oh yeah.
What kick-started off your mountain cycling career? Well, good question. Four-cross racing. Do you remember four-cross? Did you ever ride four-cross? Four-cross is dead, man, but 10 years ago, four-cross was sick. We all went to watch my mate's brother ride four-cross, joined in, had a go. Four-cross was everything for years. And then alongside four-cross, dirt jumping was kind of happening at the events. And suddenly I realised that that's where the fun was, and that four-cross was a good laugh, but the dirt jumping was the one. So kind of carried on with that for a few years. Actually might race four-cross this year. There's about 10 different races in the UK. Hopefully I'll find one that doesn't overlap with a much, much better event. Am I excited to be riding for DMR in 2023? Yeah, hell yeah, man. Check me out, I got the t-shirt. Yeah, DMR kicking ass, so looking forward to being part of the team. We got a sweet bunch of riders on the flow team, so it's gonna be a good laugh. How many chicken nuggets are acceptable in one serving? I could smash a whole bag of those Linda McCartney vegan chicken nuggets, no problem. Is there an end to that? You can just keep going, can't you? You can just. Could I go? Probably just a wee bag of 12. Yeah, but they got to be those veggie ones. I'm not into the plastic chicken. I want like proper fake chicken or nothing. Do you remember what your first DMR product was? Is that the question? Nah, I read what I wanted to hear. What the first DMR, not what my first was. Nah, not a clue, man. Nah, I was about 2 probably 1. DMR was founded in 95, same as me, so that was probably the year I was born. They brought out a product, I got no idea what it was. V6. Oh really? Like tugs on the end of dropouts. What are they called? DMR chain tugs. But you don't need them anymore, bikes have been designed properly now. What are my top 3 aeronautical bicycle favourite manoeuvres? What are your favourite 3 tricks? I lush a tail whip me, like 360 tail whips, double tail whips, 360 downside tail whips, backflip tail whips. I lush your tail whips. Favourite DMR product? Bit of a rogue one. Your plastic pedal is actually one of my favourite products.
V6?
Yeah, it's probably, no, V11. It's probably the least exciting product, but it's really good. There's a lot of cheap plastic pedals that aren't very good, but this one's a sturdy, grippy, sick pedal that I can actually ride all year round. Whereas I used to be like summer plastics, winter metals, but the V11 is literally a one pedal does it all. I've also got the pink midis, they're cool, but the V11's chosen one for dirt jump bike. If you were to make a sandwich using 2 slices of bread, if you were to cut it in half, do you now have 2 halves of a sandwich? Or yeah, 2 halves of a sandwich, obviously, not 2 smaller sandwiches. Unless you were to cut it in half again, then you'd have still just quarters of a big sandwich. Yeah, because you'd be able to see the crust. You'd be able to know where the edge was.
The crust is the continued around the entire sandwich.
Yeah, what you've got is 4 little quarters followed by 4 quarters. If you were little sandwiches and quarters or halves, you'd have 2 halves followed by 2 halves. And you'd know that they were from a sandwich, just cut in half. Because we've all made sandwiches before, right?
But what if you cut the crust off?
That's not a sandwich anymore, that's sacrilege. Mate, you don't get these curly hairs for not eating your crust. You gotta eat your crust. Do you not eat your crust?
No, I eat my crust.
Yeah, right, well don't even consider it then. Dude, that's outrageous. What is your favourite bicycle related injury that you've sustained since joining the mountain cycling cult of mayhem? It was in Austria, in the mountains, and I broke my leg. I went off on a helicopter, sick. When I was in hospital, they put my mate up in a really nice 5-star hotel, sick. I went and joined him in the hotel, and we just ate pizza in a king-size bed for a week while I got like a special plane home. So yeah, it was actually a pretty cool adventure. I just had to hobble around in pain all week. So, you know, pros and cons. It was not cool. It wasn't my favourite. It was bad. But having that time off biking actually led to some really cool things. I can't go back in time and change it, so it's got to be my favourite. Which would you rather fight, 100 duck-sized ducks or 1 horse-sized duck?
Horse-sized horse.
I'm just reading what I want to hear, man. 100 duck-sized ducks or 1 horse-sized horse? 100 ducks or a horse, it doesn't matter about it. I love ducks. I used to have a nickname Duck as a kid, Alfie Duck. I don't want to fight ducks. They're quite annoying though as well. Man, the horse would destroy you. No, okay, I'd rather fight some ducks because you just chuck a loaf out and run the other way. Because they chase the bread in the pond, obviously. What part that DMR don't currently make do you think would be cool for DMR to make in the future? DMR make everything you could ever possibly want. How could I even answer that question? I could do with a DMR seat post for railed saddles. Because rails want to come back. Yeah, I always thought they were just really uncool. I want to run that new camo saddle you got, so I could do a DMR post for it. Yeah, there we go, that's easy. It's a small thing, but you know. What do you think sucks more, being stung by a wasp 3 times simultaneously or being stuck in New Zealand for 3 years? I don't think I've been stung by a wasp before. And that is quite scary to not know whether you're allergic to wasps or not. But being stuck in New Zealand for 3 years was great. Probably anything to do with a wasp would suck more than probably the best thing in the world ever. Yeah, we were stuck there, but we weren't, it wasn't a problem. I would rather be stuck in New Zealand for 3 years than stung by 3 wasps, or a wasp 3 times. Wasps can't sting you 3, nah, that's bees that die, yeah. If a bear and a shark were to fight each other, who would win? I think a bear is probably a bit more gnarly than a shark. I think sharks are actually cute, you just rub their nose and bear could go in for some salmon. It could actually be a shark and it could win without even knowing they're fighting. I saw a bear earlier this year, saw my first bear in the wild. I was having a wee in the bush and the bear was about 3 meters away and I heard this big snap in the twig and I looked up and literally as far away as me and you, with a bush between, this bear just looked up at me and I didn't know whether to be scared or not. You know, you hear a lot of different things in this. The bears are cute, the bears are this, the bears are... Stay away from the bears. So I just slowly crept back, put my wee away. So quite an intense first bear experience. What's your perfect meal deal selection? Meal deals, yeah, I remember them. I'm quite a sandwich maker, really. Meal deals don't ever quite deliver. Okay, if I was to make meal deals, mayonnaise, obviously essential as a sandwich. Chili jam, yeah, that'll do.
Mayonnaise and chili jam.
yeah. Nah, I don't know, man. I'm into those like silly veggie fake meat ones. I had this all-day breakfast meal deal the other week. That was pretty good. A bit like stodgy and kind of gross, but it was a meal deal. Oh, those Paprika Max crisps. They're the ones. You can't beat. Yeah, they're the ones. And then probably like a Dr. Pepper's the best fizzy drink. It's the only fizzy drink I drink. Wasn't that interesting? There we go. Cool. Okay, do you have any mountain bike related pet peeves or anything that really burns your toast about our sport? Yeah, gears. Yeah, pet peeve, man. Totally pointless. Just ride bike parks and push up and do jumps. And I can't wait to get a single speed mountain bike. Totally unnecessary. Totally fun. Yeah, there's so many adjusting knobs in there. So many bits and... No, I don't care. Stuff can be fragile. That's annoying. Straight pull spokes. Right, anyway. Yeah, the answer to the last one? Absolutely, yeah. Shall we?
Off we go.
Off we go.